here's another secret.
Right now on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, go inside the kitchen at one of Kentucky's oldest and most popular restaurants.
This place has been around for decades.
The Merrick Inn, famous for fried chicken, great steaks, and traditional Southern classics.
That's the classic right there.
Ever wanted to make a hot brown at home? We'll reveal the secrets to how they do it here.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. You could do it in your house, really. It takes 5 minutes.
Plus, a fish dish inspired by the old-fashioned.
Something new, something different.
And the secrets to turning Brussels sprouts from scary to scrumptious.
But this is something we could do at home.
Oh, definitely.
Once you know the secrets.
Oh, yes.
All that and much more behind the scenes at the Merrick Inn right now on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
That is one of the secrets, that's right.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Tim Laird at one of the most iconic restaurants in all of the Bluegrass, the Merrick Inn, famous for traditional Southern food like fried chicken.
We sell a lot of fried chicken.
I mean, that's just a staple that people love.
And all your favorite fixins.
You know, southern green beans, corn pudding, stewed tomatoes, just really comfortable foods. It's just all kind of good stuff.
The more things change, the more they stay the same at Merrick. It's been a mainstay in Lexington for decades.
We've been here over 40 years.
Bobby Murray owns the inn, and his history here goes way back.
I started working here when I was 12. My parents took it over after that.
Now, some of Bobby's kids are working here too, and the family connections go even beyond that.
You know, one thing that makes this restaurant is our staff. You know, I have waitresses that have been here for 25 years. I have dishwashers that have been here for 15 years. You know, we just have excellent people that love this place as much as I do.
What's not to love? The atmosphere makes you feel right at home with fireplaces in every dining room.
Very homey, it's comfortable, you know. It's a welcoming place.
And the food is always on point. The fried chicken is famous with folks across the country, and the steaks are great too. But this is also a great place to go fishing. Wait until you see this.
It's going to be a bacon wrapped orange roasted grouper. And I'm going to show you how to make a quick little bourbon honey rosemary sauce to put on top of it.
Very good. I tell you what, this is an interesting look already. Just you've got the grouper wrapped with the bacon.
Well, you want to, the top of the bacon is where you want to fold over, and then you want where it connects on the bottom. And then that goes into the pan first. And what should happen is they stick together.
Gotcha.
So it stops it from coming undone.
So you have it stuck together, and then when you flip it over, that's going to be the presentation side.
Right, and then that'll be your last sear on it.
Got it.
Before it goes in the oven. Yep.
Perfect.
A little seasoning there. A little salt, pepper, maybe just a little paprika.
Perfect.
A little granulated garlic.
Yeah. There you go. Look at that. We're going to give it one more flip before it goes in the oven because that's going to be the presentation side.
Correct.
All right. So here comes the flip. Now comes the orange. That's part of the program here too?
Yes, sir. Get a nice citrus flavor in there with that bacon.
I see you slice the orange, almost like I'm going to use a cocktail garnish. That way you can slip a little bit under the bacon, then have some on top of the bacon and the fish. So, I mean, you're getting it inside and out.
Just a nice marrying of the flavors, you know. You'll get some right on the fish, some that'll drip down with the bacon juice on top of the fish, you know. Marry the flavors real well together.
Nice technique. So now we're ready to go into the oven?
Yes, sir.
While that cooks, Chef Patrick will reveal the secrets to his bourbon honey sauce that he'll drizzle over the top.
This is going to be a cup of honey. This will be enough. You could probably do 4 or 5 orders with this right here. You know, this is just a little chopped up garlic here. Do a little rosemary for the season.
Then he adds a taste of Kentucky in the form of Old Forester.
And I'm not going to use all this bourbon, just a little bit there.
Save a little Old Forester for drinking. That's what's great about this dish.
And then I'll reserve the other piece of that orange. Just to squeeze in with that.
Perfect.
Just get a nice simmer. And this is something you can do real quick. You know, once you put the fish in the oven, you can make this right at home.
So
nice
easy.
and easy.
This kind of reminds me of an old-fashioned. You have the bourbon, you have the orange, and a little bit of sweetener in there.
You got me figured out there.
Maybe I know where the inspiration for this sauce came from.
And the dish wouldn't be complete without some Kentucky-grown greens.
It's just going to be a little baby spinach.
Tell how fresh that is. Beautiful.
We're just going to saute this in the pan.
And you had a little oil in the bottom of the pan getting nice and warm.
And we'll just go ahead and use the rest of this garlic that we had left over.
And this, I know this won't take long, so this is a good thing to do right at the end when you're finishing up the...
Yeah, right before you pull it all out, it's ready to go. We could always just deglaze with a little bit of that bourbon that you had there too.
See, at home I wouldn't have had that left over. It would have been gone already, but here we have it left over. What a great finish to the spinach as well. Here's the secret to getting people to eat your spinach. Put a little bourbon in there for the adults. And now it makes it edible.
And just like that, everything is ready for the plate.
There it is. Look at it, just like you said, that caramelization right on that orange. The juice has come down, cooked through.
Take some of this spinach we had here. Put that right on the bottom.
Oh my gosh. It's that beautiful sauce.
Top it off with some fresh rosemary for a garnish.
Of course, as you know, you've seen the show, have fork, will travel, always ready.
Always.
If you don't mind, I've got to go in and try this. Bacon orange wrapped roasted grouper on a bed of spinach with a little bourbon under there with your orange glaze and garlic. Wow, this is the way grouper should be served. That orange really comes out.
Something you can do at home.
Oh, we can do this at home. This is something you don't have to be intimidated of doing. It's just that easy. The sauce is easy, the fish is easy. You know, the only thing that's not easy about this dish, resisting a second bite. So I've got to go back.
Something else that's hard to resist at the Merrick Inn is a trip to the bar, where Dexter Murray is serving some of Kentucky's finest bourbons in a lot of creative ways.
I'm with Dexter, and what a great office you have, and there's a lot of history here too.
Oh yes, sir. This was built probably about 30 years ago, and just been making history ever since then.
You're going to show us the secrets to what you call the
Charleston Karma.
The Charleston Karma.
And we're going to take some fresh basil over here. We're going to take just a nice one leaf, get some, rip it up so that it gets a little bit easier to muddle. And then we're going to take some of this simple syrup, hot water, cup of sugar, and then some cinnamon sticks to get that cinnamon flavor.
Oh, nice. So there's a little cinnamon in there.
Yes, sir. And then I reduced it down on the skillet for just a little bit and let it cool down.
The secret here is to muddle the basil with that simple syrup to release all the flavors of the herb.
Get that botanicals going. We're gonna do a 2 count of Woodford. Then we're gonna do some spiced pear liqueur, another 2 count of that.
There's another one. Boom.
And then we're gonna use some sweet vermouth, just a little bit. Some shaved ice that I used in the blender. Then it is time for fresh pressed lemon juice, just a hint of that. And then to top it all off, we're gonna ground some fresh cinnamon stick.
Oh, look at that.
The lemon twist, and then a leaf of basil. And there you go, the Charleston Karma.
Now that's what I call good karma. You gotta get down to the Merrick Inn and try one of these. It's guaranteed to please. And stick around, because up next, we're turning even haters of Brussels sprouts into Brussels sprouts lovers.
You can make this right at home.
So
nice
easy.
and easy.
Plus, uncovering the history of the Merrick Inn that dates all the way back to even before the Civil War. That's next on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Tim Laird at Lexington's historic Merrick Inn. It's been a cornerstone of Kentucky restaurants for more than 4 decades, and its history goes back a lot further than that.
It was built for the Civil War. Originally, it was the manor house for the Milam family when this was a thoroughbred horse farm. So we do a lot of thoroughbred theme, and we see a lot of thoroughbred owners here.
The thoroughbred theme runs throughout all the rooms at Merrick, with lots of photos and paintings, some of which are even on the ceiling.
Well, we do have some few paintings in the ceiling. I'll tell you a funny story. We had Mr. Milam, who owned this house and owned Merrick, which is a famous racehorse, you know. The portrait of him was always moving around the property. Like, he was in the attic, then in the office, then in this room. And so finally one night he was up in the attic and I said, let's go get him. And so we had maybe a few toddies at that time. So we got a ladder out and screwed him right to the ceiling. And then from there on, we started buying more portraits and putting them up on the ceiling, and it looks great.
The atmosphere is as warm and inviting as the food that comes out of the kitchen. Comfort food never tasted better. Even the Brussels sprouts are amazing. For the secrets to those, I hooked up with Chef Cannon Applegate.
You know what? I saw these, and I know a lot of people are afraid of these.
Yep.
The Brussels sprouts, because usually they get overcooked. They just boil them and throw them on a plate, and they're done.
Correct.
That's not the way to eat these.
No, they just don't taste good that way.
But I'll tell you what, it sounds like you have a great way to prepare the classic Brussels sprouts, so they're actually going to taste good. And I'll bet that even if you're not a Brussels sprout lover, you're going to love this dish.
Yes, it's guaranteed.
Chef Cannon guaranteed, right there. All right, let's see how we do.
Start out with Brussels sprouts that are just washed and sliced. And the secret ingredient? Bacon.
Bacon makes everything better.
It does.
Okay, so we'll let our skillet get hot. I'm gonna hit that with just a little bit of oil to help that out. And we're gonna go straight into the pan with the bacon.
There's the sizzle.
It's gonna get real crispy.
Here's another secret. I never liked Mom's Brussels sprouts. So I'm going to see if I like Cannon's Brussels sprouts after this dish is done.
Okay.
I'm going to give it the test.
Okay.
When the bacon gets nice and crispy, drain off the excess grease and set the bacon aside for later.
Now we're gonna hit this pan with a little bit of butter.
A little incoming butter. That is beautiful. That's going to help pick up all those flavors too off that pan. Oh,
That's what we're looking for.
A little onion.
This is a little sweet onion.
I think that's the biggest secret of this dish, is starting out with the bacon to season that.
Exactly. I'm gonna hit it with some garlic.
Nice crushed garlic ready to go.
Fresh garlic, everything fresh.
All right, so Chef, what have you done with the sprouts?
I have done nothing but slice the sprouts.
Okay.
They are completely raw.
So no blanching, no anything else, just give them the slice from the raw and we're ready to go.
Yes, sir.
All righty, into the pan.
It'll take a little while for
Okay.
them to cook. 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes tops.
Oh, that's not bad though.
Not bad at all. Okay, now I'm gonna hit with a little brown sugar.
Oh, sweet. Now what a great idea this is. A little bit of brown sugar, kind of give it a little sweetness.
And I'm gonna hit it with a little red pepper flake.
So sweet and heat going in. And I like the brown sugar because it has a little bit of kind of that molasses flavor. It's not just that white sugar.
Right.
You have more flavor going into this.
Now I'm gonna hit it with a little salt and pepper, just to taste. They're almost done, so now I'm gonna bring the bacon back, just straight into the pan with it.
Beautiful. I'm glad the bacon's back. We're excited to see that.
Now we're gonna plate up here. Get it all in there.
And the guarantee at the top of this segment here was that even if you don't like Brussels sprouts, you're going to love these.
Yes, sir.
Was that the challenge?
That was the challenge.
Well, I've got the spoon. We're going to check it out. Let's see. Oh, man. Chef, they're done perfectly. Now that's how you take this to this. I'm a believer now. I will eat my Brussels sprouts thanks to you, Chef.
Thank you.
This is awesome. I'll tell you what, everybody's going to love these. In fact, take the challenge yourself. Come on down to the Merrick Inn to try these, or try them yourself at home now that you know the secrets. Chef, thank you so much for sharing the secrets of how to make great Brussels sprouts.
You're very welcome.
I mean, phenomenal, my friend. You are amazing.
Thanks.
And the chefs at the Merrick Inn have more secrets to reveal coming up, including the recipe to their famous hot brown.
We have a really good take on it.
It is something to see.
And it's easy to make yourself at home when you learn the secrets.
That's the best way to make it at home.
We're coming back to the Merrick Inn right after this on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Tim Laird back with you for more Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, this time at Lexington's famous Merrick Inn. After more than 40 years, it's still a local favorite for fine Kentucky cooking.
It's very relaxing to eat dinner here. You know, it's a fun place to be.
Owner Bobby Murray took over the restaurant from his parents, who taught him the secret to success.
Just kind of do what Mom and Dad told me. Just keep that ship on a straight course, using all the high quality ingredients we can, and it seems to work. Cut our steaks here fresh. You know, we age our beef here. You know, it's all prime, it's all huge marble content, and I check that flavor as often as I can. We do fresh fish every day. Trucks here every day dropping off fresh fish. You know, we still have bacon wrap, Maker's Mark, barbecue shrimp.
When it comes to hot browns, you can't top the one that they serve here.
I'm back in the kitchen with Executive Chef Patrick Jones. We're going to do a classic hot brown, but you have a little different take on it, right? You make it kind of your own?
Well, we make our own sauce, which I think that's something a lot of people don't do, and we really, with the hot brown today, just kind of want to show you how easy it is to do at your house.
That'd be great to make a hot brown at home, and of course a hot brown is a staple of the Bluegrass. So to make the classic hot brown, you always start out with a bechamel sauce. I mean, that's the traditional way.
Correct.
And you're going to show us just how to make that. It sounds kind of intimidating, but it's really not, right?
It's really not. It's really very easy.
So 4 cups of milk.
4 cups of milk. Start warming that up. Stick of butter for your roux.
And that's going off on the side.
That's going off on the side. I'm going to add flour to that, and that's going to help tighten the sauce.
That'll keep it thick, nice and thick, and
yes.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
I have a tablespoon of granulated garlic. We're going to put a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of salt. I use a little cayenne pepper in
Nice, a little heat in there.
Just a little, not enough to make it hot, but it definitely adds a little spice to the dish. And then a tablespoon of chicken base.
Now, the traditional roux, the butter's melted, in goes the flour.
You're only going to cook this for about just a couple minutes. Really all you're trying to do is you're cooking the glutens out of the flour.
Just get that taste out of there,
Mm-hmm.
and again, because otherwise, a lot of times, if you over cook it, it's going to get darker, richer brown. But you want to keep it a nice
Correct.
kind of a light brown color, if you will,
And if you don't cook it enough, it might be a little grainy.
grainy and floury.
Right.
And what's amazing is you take the lumps out of that. How'd that happen, Chef? I mean, is there a secret?
Just
Because
real quick,
every
you
time
just
I
gotta
do
keep
this,
stirring.
every time I do a roux, I'm getting lumps. It's like, and I see you and other chefs, and no lumps. What's up with that? How do
You
you
just got to keep stirring. You can't let it
keep stirring?
You can't let it go. It's like a relationship.
Constantly.
Tender love and care.
The secret's to a good roux with no lumps. Tender love and care, and keep stirring.
Now that's perfect right there.
That
See,
looks beautiful.
That's a perfect roux. So we're going to add the cheese to the
Okay.
seasoned milk that we have here. And that's about 1.5 cups of, we use ultra sharp cheddar, so sharp cheddar. And you're just going to stir that until, like, see how you see the lumps of cheese on the whisk?
Yep, they're starting to melt.
You want to stir it until you do not see any cheese on the whisk.
So keep it going.
See,
You
like
want it
right there, that's perfect.
totally melted.
That's perfect right there.
That's the signal that we said the roux can go in.
Now you add the roux. And it gets thick really quick.
You haven't stopped that stirring motion since we started. That was.
Yeah.
Did you ever play drums? You know, kind of the. It's good exercise. So that's the bechamel.
That's the
That's
bechamel
the classic
right
right there. It's that easy.
there. It's that easy. You could do it in your house. Really takes 5 minutes.
And you can use this for a lot of things other than hot browns, right?
You could use it in casseroles. You could pour a sauce like this over nachos or anything at your house.
There we
really.
go.
Now that the sauce is done, it's time to build the sandwich.
Start with a couple pieces of toast. We've got some honey roasted turkey, which contrasts really well with the country ham.
Nice.
Put that on there.
And you build it high. Look at that.
Build it high. You want it to look good.
Okay.
Then you're going to use the sauce that we just made.
Our beautiful bechamel sauce is going to go on here.
We'll just pour it right on top right there.
That's what you want. Right there.
And of course the tomato, bacon. We like to use grated Parmesan here on the top.
Oh, that's a nice little, just a little twist.
Browns up real nice.
Right, now into the oven?
Oh yeah, into the
All right. What do we got the oven set to, Chef?
400 degrees. You bake it off, it's going to take about 7 minutes.
Okay, so basically you want to just get it all nice and warm, tender.
Nice and
Get
crispy.
that Parmesan.
Oh, it's going to look beautiful.
Okay, I can't wait. 7 minutes. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Just, I mean, this is a hot brown. That Parmesan actually, like you said, browns up. Then you get the crisp bacon on there, and that bechamel sauce just looks inviting. It's like you want to just dip in with a spoon first. Of course, the big fork and knife, you need that for this. Wow. It is absolutely perfect. That is so good. And the consistency of that sauce, nice, thick, rich.
Easy to do at home.
Oh my God, this is it.
Thank you very much.
That easy. Chef, I really want to thank you for showing us all the secrets to what you're doing here at the Merrick Inn and everything you've done over the past 10 years and continuing on with all the specials you do. So, Chef, thank you so much. I'll tell you what, I'm still thinking about that hot brown. I might have to have, when we take a break, I'm going back.
You're going back.
What a fantastic time we've had behind the scenes at the Merrick Inn. Thanks to the chefs and Bobby Murray for making us feel like family. I'm Tim Laird, and I'll see you next time on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
I'm Bobby Murray at the Merrick Inn, and thanks for watching Secrets of the Bluegrass Chefs.